Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Senate Committee on Energy, Utilities, Environment, and Climate. It's Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. It's 12:30 p.m. and we're at the Minnesota Senate Building. Members, welcome back. Quorum is present. Today we're going to start by hearing Senate File 1939. Senator Xiong, understanding that a member or two are still on their way, is going to present the bill. Senator Xiong, welcome back to your bill.
Thank you, Chair and committee members. Good afternoon. I have before you Senate File 1939, which is to allow the use of refrigerants approved by the U.S. EPA. As some of you may have known, in December 2020, the American Innovation and Manufacturing Act was enacted, which directs the EPA to issue rules that will phase down the use of hydrofluorocarbons and authorizes the EPA to restrict the use of these HFCs in certain applications such as commercial refrigeration, chillers, and stationary air conditioning. From an environmental standpoint, the federal transition will shrink U.S. annual greenhouse gas emissions by the equivalent of around 2.4 billion metric tons of carbon dioxide over the next 15 years. The global warming potential of the new refrigerants is approximately 75% lower than the global warming potential of the current HFC refrigerants. And this transition is projected to create 33,000 new manufacturing jobs in the U.S. and sustain 138,000 existing jobs between 2022 and 2027. However, the transition to climate-friendly refrigerants faces a pressing challenge. Building codes in all 50 states had been needed to be updated to allow for substitute refrigerants in chillers, air conditioning, and commercial refrigerant equipment. And so this is what Senate File 1939 does. It does not affect the applicability of any other state law or regulation or further limit the authority of any state agency or office, nor does it require the replacement of currently usable refrigerants. And so I have with me is a testifier, a couple of testifiers, Mr. Brees.
Thank you, Senator Xiong. I show Chris Breesy, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Philip Johnston. Welcome to the committee. Please have a seat. And Senator Xiong and testifiers in whatever order you prefer, please introduce yourself first and then present your testimony to Senate File 1939.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, Chair, friends, and members of the committee. My name is Christopher Brzee. I am Manager of Government Affairs for the Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration Institute, or AHRI. Thank you for allowing me to speak with you today and convey AHRI's strong support for SF 1939, sponsored by Senator Xiong, which includes language that will provide the HVAC industry with the certainty needed to comply with forthcoming federal regulations phasing down the use of hydrofluorocarbons or HFCs in refrigerants. AHRI represents more than 330 manufacturers of AC, heating, commercial refrigeration, water heating equipment. We produce about 90% of the residential and commercial air conditioning, our members' heating and commercial refrigeration equipment made in North America. We are also pleased to share with you the HVAC industry supports nearly 13,000 jobs here in Minnesota. As members of the committee may be aware, the Federal American Innovation and Manufacturing Act, or AIM Act, is phasing down the production and import of a class of chemicals known as HFCs, which are primarily used as refrigerants in air conditioners and refrigerators, along with other applications such as foam, solvents, and fire suppressants. The EPA is in the process of implementing the AIM Act in a way that will guide an orderly market, consumer, and environmentally friendly transition to a range of new substitute refrigerants. Hundreds of substitutes exist and are commercially available for all major uses of HFCs. U.S. manufacturers are already planning the transition to these new refrigerants, which are creating jobs, stimulating new investment, and positioning the U.S. to sustain its technological leadership in the heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration industry across the world. The challenge our industry faces is that many state building codes do not currently allow the use of certain substitute refrigerants, including in Minnesota. AHRI and its member companies are working diligently to amend state building codes to allow these substitute refrigerants and avoid any marketplace disruptions as the EPA transition begins. To date, more than 20 states have adopted changes to state building codes, similar to language in SF 1939, including in New York and Pennsylvania. Many other states, including Delaware, New Jersey, Virginia, and others, are in the process of doing so as well. By the end of 2023, if not sooner, AHRI is expecting all state building code changes will be complete. The most important issue right now is time. New regulations proposed by the EPA will significantly restrict the upstream supply of HFCs beginning in 2024, and then prohibit the use of certain HFCs in most new air conditioning or refrigeration products in 2025. As manufacturers start to transition product lines to HFC substitutes, they need to know that they can sell products with these HFC substitutes in all U.S. markets, including in Minnesota. That's the most significant barrier that manufacturers are facing. What SF 1939 does is amend the state's building code to allow any HFC substitute that has already been approved by the EPA. If the change is not made this year, manufacturers will face significant risk of being unable to sell new air conditioning and refrigeration equipment into the state once new EPA regulations take effect. It doesn't make any other changes to state law. It simply removes a barrier to ensure Minnesota consumers and businesses enjoy uninterrupted access to HVAC equipment. The climate benefits of the AIM Act implementation are considerable. Because many HFCs are thousands of times more powerful than carbon dioxide at warming the planet, the transition rate from HFCs will reduce GHG emissions by approximately 2.4 billion tons of carbon dioxide equivalent by 2036. Globally, the Federal AIM Act assures U.S. compliance with the Kigali Amendment to the Montreal Protocol, which phases down HFCs worldwide and avoids up to 0.5 Celsius degrees of projected warming by 2100. Thank you again for the opportunity to present testimony at this hearing. AHRI looks forward to continuing to work with the legislature to achieve both the economic and environmental benefits of the phase down of HFCs. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brzee. Members will have both testifiers before we go to questions, but I will have one on the 2.4 billion. Mr. Johnston, welcome to the committee. If you could please introduce yourself and present your testimony.
Thanks very much. Good afternoon, Chair Frentz, Vice Chair Xiong, and members of this committee. My name is Philip Johnston. I'm a General Manager of the Environmental Business Development Center at Daikin Applied Americas. Thank you for providing me with the opportunity to share our support for the Senate File 1939, which is sponsored by Senator Xiong, and also to speak to the direct impacts on Minnesota-based manufacturers and the overall heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration industry. Daikin Applied Americas. We are part of Daikin Industries Limited. We're a global manufacturer of HVAC, air filtration, and even fluorochemicals, with 88,000 employees around the globe, including more than 20,000 employees here in the United States. Daikin Applied, my company, is headquartered in Plymouth, Minnesota. We have 737 employees there, and we also have a very high-end $60 million R&D center. Daikin Applied employs more than 1,250 Minnesotans at two manufacturing locations in Faribault, Minnesota, and one factory in Owatonna, Minnesota. What we manufacture there are premium efficiency, custom packaged, direct expansion equipment, and also air handlers. These are used to improve the comfort and health of the air that we breathe while at school, work, or play in commercial buildings. Those buildings include schools, universities, hospitals, and businesses. Since 2018, $240 million has been invested, and 570 new, highly skilled jobs have been added across all of these Minnesota locations. Daikin Applied equipment can be found in Minnesota and all over the world. We're in the new Essentia Hospital Complex up in Duluth, in the University of Minnesota. We're in famous buildings around the world like the World Trade Center Tower 1, and even here at home in Minneapolis at Target Field and the Wells Fargo Mortgage Building. Over the past decade, Minnesota-based companies in the HVAC industry at large have spent hundreds of millions of dollars preparing for the phase down of HFCs. We've invested in R&D, facility construction and expansion, and training to ensure that when the federal regulations go into effect, U.S. manufacturers can maintain technological leadership in this global marketplace. You know what's really cool about some of these low GWP refrigerants is we can reduce the global warming potential of the fluid itself. We can reduce the amount of fluid, and we can also improve the efficiency of our equipment and the buildings. What that does is that lowers CO2 emissions both directly and indirectly. It's a good move. However, the return on this investment depends on the passage of this bill. This minor update to the building codes provided by SF 1939 is required to allow for the federal transition to happen on time. It will provide Daikin and the entire industry with the certainty needed to comply with these federal regulations. The timing of this is particularly important in Minnesota because this is the perfect place for us to roll out new equipment and to run pilots. As members of the committee may be aware, the Federal AIM Act is phasing down the production and import of a class of chemicals known as HFCs. They're primarily used as refrigerants in air conditioners and refrigerators, along with other applications like foams, solvents, and fire suppressants. The AIM Act implements language that was first agreed to under the Bush administration. It was supported by President Obama and then signed into law by President Trump. Of the 34 Senate co-sponsors, 17 were Democrats and 17 were Republicans. I hope you will join me in supporting this legislation for the betterment of the environment and the benefit of the economy here in Minnesota. Thank you for your consideration, and I am also happy to answer questions.
Thank you, Mr. Johnston, and I want you to know nonpartisan staff and I applaud the use of cool in any testimony in this committee, so you get style points for that. Are there any members of the public who wanted to testify to Senate File 1939 who were not on our testifiers list? If so, you're welcome to come forward. Seeing none, we'll go to member questions. Senator Green.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's to the, excuse me, to the testifier, Mr. Breezy, is it? You were talking a little fast, and so I was trying to write it down, but at the end of your testimony, you said that it was going to reduce the global warming by a 0.5 degrees Celsius by what year?
2100.
Okay, thank you.
Senator Green, you're good? Yep. All right, thank you, Mr. Brzee. Members, any other questions? Mr. Brzee, since we opened the topic, I thought I heard 2.4 billion tons of carbon. You know, we deal with the measurement of carbon and stuff that goes into the air. First of all, are you intending that to be nationwide or simply in the state of Minnesota?
That calculation is nationwide. We don't have a specific Minnesota number for that, but that is what that is referencing is nationwide.
Okay.
Yep.
And am I correct? You said that was over a 15-year horizon or 2036, or did I misunderstand?
2036, that's correct.
Okay, so that is substantial.
Yep.
And Mr. Johnston, you're talking about bipartisan support. Is it fair to say we have bipartisan support as best you can judge it around the country for
As
this
best-
transition?
Absolutely true.
Thank you.
Absolutely true.
All right, members, our intention is to lay the bill over for possible inclusion into the omnibus bill. Last bite at the apple for member questions before we go to Senator Xiong. Senator Xiong, to your bill before we lay it over.
Thank you, Chair and members. With the federal changes, I think the changes to the Minnesota Building Code will help, phase this out and put in the new refrigerants that will not cause delays and shortages, and so I urge your support.
Thank you again, Senator Xiong. With that, Senate File 1939 is laid over for possible inclusion. Thank you again, Mr. Brzee, Mr. Johnston, and thank you, Senator Xiong. Senator Xiong, you're going to stay right there and present Senate File 1834. And I have Mr. Evans coming to testify on the bill.
Yes, and
Senator Xiong, to your bill.
thank you, Chair and members. Next I have is Senate File 1834, and I believe there's a A2 amendment.
Senator Xiong offers the A2 amendment to Senate File 1834. Senator Xiong, you want to tell us a little bit about the A2 amendment?
Yes, so it deletes Section 1 along with Section 5. And in Section 3, where there's not an amount listed there, we're inserting 1 million into Section 3.
Thank you, Senator Xiong. Members, any questions before we move to adopt the A2 amendment? Seeing none, all in favor of adoption of the A2 amendment signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The A2 is adopted. Senator Xiong, to your bill as amended.
Thank you, Chair. I'll just go a little bit over the bill. With the changes, Section 2, it allows for some clarification for some of the approval process, guidelines for the PUC for approving high voltage transmission lines. And it's just set some clarity to the language. Section 3 is the asset transfer threshold, which was originally $100,000, and we are making a proposal to $1 million. And in Section 4, we're extending the sunset, which is for the gas utility to recover gas utility infrastructure costs. We're extending the deadline for an extra 5 years, as the deadline is set to be in June of this year. And I have with me Mr. Evans, who will provide testimony on this proposal, or this request.
Thank you, Senator Xiong. Mr. Evans, welcome back to the committee. If you could please introduce yourself and give your testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. I'm Rick Evans with Xcel Energy. Happy to be here to testify on Senate File 1834. Give a very, very brief primer on riders, because this bill deals, at least 2/3 of the bill deals with riders. Ordinarily, when a public utility wants to build its investments into customers' bills, we have to file a rate case. And a rate case is a large affair. It is a time-consuming affair. It covers a lot of territory in terms of utility investments. And often this causes the utility really has to time some of their investments to coordinate with the rate cases so that we can start recovering our investments, in a timely manner after we make them. Some investments the state has deemed are important enough, crucial enough, that they should not necessarily have to wait for a rate case before they can be recovered through customers' bills, and that is accomplished through something we call a rider or a rate rider. We have several riders in current statutes. These cover very distinct activities that the utilities undertake, which the legislature has deemed worthy of this kind of treatment. It has two real benefits, the riders. One, it avoids the delay that could be occasioned in doing some of these activities, and the other is that it lessens the need for rate cases. We need to have rate cases. We need to have them, every so often, but you don't want to have a rate case every year. It's a very time-consuming process, and the PUC has got a lot on its plate. So this actually helps reduce the number of rate cases. So what happens with a rider is that these particular investments then are brought to the PUC separately and can be incorporated into bills without having to go through the entire rate case process. Keeping in mind that the PUC still has all of its oversight in terms of prudence and the reasonableness of the investments. None of these things are just passed through without examination. They're all examined by the PUC in order to qualify for a rider. So the bill today deals with two riders that are currently in statute. The transmission rider, which has been in place since the early 2000s, which allows us to build transmission and pass those costs through to our customers through riders rather than waiting for the next rate case to come along. Back in the 2000s, building out transmission was a high priority. Building out transmission today is a high priority as we start going through the energy transition that we're going through. In 2014, the legislature added language to the transmission rider, and I'll read it quickly. It's a little involved, but they added language to the rider so that the rider could also include investments necessary to modernize the transmission and distribution system by enhancing reliability, improving security against cyber and physical threats, by increasing energy conservation opportunities, by facilitating communication between the utility and its customers through the use of two-way meters, control technologies, energy storage, microgrids, technologies to enable demand response, and other innovative technologies. So those were added to the statute, to the rider language in 2014. But the rider language in the current statute provides some standards by which the PUC should determine, because this is all within their discretion, whether the investment should be included in the rider or not. And the language for the standard that the PUC is to apply doesn't really apply to those kinds of innovative technologies, particularly on our distribution grid. There are standards that really had to do with the large transmission system. And so what this bill does is it adds a language to the bill that essentially says the standard for approval for those kinds of items that are included in that new paragraph will be that the PUC must find that it's in the public interest. So this is really, in some ways, just, I would say, cleaning up a situation that was created in 2014 where investments were added to the rate rider statute, but the standard was not updated to give the PUC the guidance they need in order to exercise their discretion. So that is what is now Section 1 of the bill, was Section 2, I believe, when we started. Then I'm going to skip Section 3, and I'm going to go to Section 4, which is the gas utility infrastructure. That's the other rider which is changed in this bill. This is a rider that allows us to replace, but not extend, but just replace older gas lines that are in the ground. This is something that they want, that the state wants the utility to do, obviously for safety reasons as well as for emissions reasons, because old gas pipes leak and they leak methane, and methane is a greenhouse gas. And so this rider has been in the books for 10 years. Xcel Energy uses it in order to replace the gas lines that are in the ground for our gas utility, and then we pass those costs along to customers through the rider. We continue to do that. We still have old infrastructure in the ground. It still needs to be replaced, so the need that was there 10 years ago still exists. If we can extend the sunset for 5 more years, then the legislature can look at it again, as our gas system is going to be, I think, constantly under review to see, how the gas business develops. And then the last thing I'll mention is the, which is not a rider section. It was Section 3, now it's Section 2 of the bill. And this has to do with asset investments. So certain investments the utility certain purchases and sales of assets that the utility makes. Back in 1974, a law was passed that said if it's worth more than $100,000, then the PUC has to examine the purchase or sale and deal with and either approve or disapprove the sale. Obviously, in 1974, we've had some inflation since then, and so to have them review a $100,000 purchase or sale is really not a good use of their time. And so this bill would increase that amount to $1 million, which is roughly where inflation would put us since 1974. So that helps, again, free up some time from the Public Utilities Commission for some of the other things that they need to do. With that, I'll end my testimony and be happy to answer questions.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. Evans. Any members of the public who wish to testify to Senate File 1834 that were not on our list that want to come forward now? All right, seeing no hands, members' questions for Senator Xiong or Mr. Evans on the bill. See Senator Matthews. Senator Matthews.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I had, when we read the bill over earlier, had 3 questions, and the amendment dealt with 2 of them. Actually, I'll probably still ask one of them. I was going to ask what you were going to insert in the blank appropriation. The amendment adds $1 million in there. I guess I would ask Mr. Evans, I know other numbers got kicked around when this bill was discussed before. So what were the factors that decided on $1 million as the number now for this year's bill?
Thank you, Senator Matthews. Mr. Evans, I think that's for you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair and Senator. We brought this bill last year, last session, and we had proposed a $5 million limit, and we felt that was, we being Xcel Energy felt that was a reasonable limit. But as we talked with regulators and other interested parties, it's really just a question of, well, at what point do you want the PUC to review these investments? And we worked with a bunch of stakeholders and came up with, $1 million. That was in the bill last year, which actually did make it into the conference committee report. So there was consensus on it last year, and $1 million will take some of these items off of the PUC agenda.
Senator Matthews.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I'm good with that number 2. I was going to ask about what the repealer was, but the amendment dealt with that and removed that from there. And then the third question to either Senator Xiong or Mr. Evans is, you touched on it, but the public interest comment that's in the new language on 3.6 and 3.7. The point right before it, current statute that's listed in 3.4 and 3.5 also talk about public interest. And I know there's the citation in the new language, which I think is the transmission part you were talking about, but is it just restating the same public interest that's already in statute before? Or is it meaning something different in this, for this new section than what's in previous statute? Or if you could just focus on that and clarify that section for me.
Thank you, Senator Matthews. Let's start with Senator Xiong.
Thank you, Chair and Senator Matthews. In putting the bill together, I think it was supposed to just reiterate the previously stated section. Mr. Evans.
Mr. Evans, you want to take a shot at that?
Elaborate on that.
Sure. So if Mr. Chair and members of the committee, if you look at lines 3.1 through 3.5 in the bill, in the original transmission rider, there was a three-part test as to whether something would be in the rider or not in the rider. And the first one is enhanced reliability of electric service. The second is applying criteria, another part of the statute. Those don't really apply to the kinds of changes that are made in the amendment that we're proposing in this bill. And so those standards they're kind of like non sequiturs for those kinds of changes. So it is the same public interest. It's just that the number 1, 2, 3 on lines 3.1 through 3.5 would deal with transmission investments, and line 3.6 and 7 would deal with these other investments which were added to the bill in 2014. But the public interest standard is the same standard that the Public Utilities Commission would apply.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Evans. Senator Matthews? All right. Members, other questions? A couple things before we go to the author, and our intention is to lay this bill over, Senator Xiong. Mr. Evans, I assume we can agree that on the natural gas rider part that you'll continue to work with stakeholders. Want to have a discussion about that? Senator Xiong, your pledge here in front of the committee to make that a part of your process as we move forward?
Yes, thank you, Chair. Yes, we're working with all the stakeholders, and I know there's still more work to be done.
Good.
And a pledge for me, there will be plenty of meetings in my office.
Now, we can say, we mentioned in committee that they agreed to work with stakeholders on the natural gas rider, and then Mr. Evans, just to show you how hard we work here, we Googled 1974, $100,000, and the inflation-adjusted amount is $606,000. So million seems like it should cover the intention of the statute. With that, members, if there are no further questions, and seeing none, the bill is laid over. Thank you for that, Senator Xiong. Thanks, Mr. Evans. Senator Housley. Senate File 898, members, is going to be before you. Senator Housley, welcome back to the committee. I see you have Mayor McCumber with you. Mayor, welcome to the committee. Senator Housley is presenting Senate File 898. Senator Housley, to your bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think this is my first time here this session, so nice to be here. Thank you for hearing this bill. Mr. Chair, Senate File 898 is a bill to assist with my constituents in one of the cities that I represent and in preparing for the closing of the Allen S. King plant in the city of Oak Park Heights. The plant was originally scheduled to close in 2040, but it's now looking to close in 2028. For purposes of planning, tax base replacement, community impacts, our city needs information to prepare for this significant transition. What this bill does, it simply requires the utility company to provide their plan to decommission and demolish the facility and remediation information by December 31st, 2025. I'm really, really proud that the city of Oak Park Heights and Xcel Energy have an excellent relationship and work cooperatively for all of our residents, and I know that they will continue to do so. With me, I have the mayor of City of Oak Park Heights, Mary McCumber.
Thank you, Senator Housley. Mayor McCumber, welcome to the committee, welcome to the Senate. Would you please introduce yourself just for the record and then present any testimony you want on the Senate File 898?
Well, thank you, Mr. Chair and members. My name is Mary McCumber, and I'm the mayor of Oak Park Heights, and we're the host community for the Allen S. King plant. As Senator Housley said, that it's going to be retiring much sooner than the city had originally planned for. And we've worked really hard over the last couple of years to put together an advisory committee to come up with ideas for future redevelopment at that site. The King plant provides 32% of our tax base for the city, so obviously it's going to be a challenge. And I'd like to thank Senator Housley for all of her advocacy for our community as we prepare for the significant transition in our city. I also want to make all of you aware that during the last session, this received support in both the House and the Senate, and it was laid over for the omnibus energy bill. Unfortunately, the bill did not make it to the governor's desk. This bill simply provides our city and our residents with a plan and timeline as the King plant begins its decommissioning process. We've been honored to work really closely with Xcel and appreciate the good relationship that we have with them, and we know of no opposition to this bill. We believe everyone will be benefited by having this in legislation and appreciate your cooperation. And I would stand for any questions, and thank you again for the opportunity to be here today.
Thank you, Mayor McCumber. I don't know of any opposition either, but let's just check with members to see if they have any questions. Members, questions for either the author of the bill or Mayor McCumber? Our intention is to lay the bill over, and then I think it will be included in the omnibus bill. Seeing no member questions, just on behalf of this senator, we talked a lot about host communities, about transition, and our pledge that we would work with those host communities. And even if you didn't say that you had a good working relationship with the utility, I think we have a duty to work with host communities. And I'm a little surprised how high the tax base percentage is. So consider this one vote for the bill. And with that, seeing no questions, Senator Housley, any final comments to your bill before we lay it over?
Again, thank you, Mr. Chair and committee, for hearing this. It is a really big deal to the city of Oak Park Heights and the surrounding community. So to get this put in the omnibus bill like it was last year in both the House and the Senate would really be appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Housley, and thanks for bringing it forward. And with that, the bill is laid over. Thank you again, Mayor McCumber. Members, before we adjourn, just a heads up, next Monday, we're going to be hearing 5 bills. Next Wednesday, I think we've got 4. It is possible that Senator Matthews and I talk about an evening session for this committee. We got to get this work done, and so we'll see. With that and having no other business before the committee, we are adjourned. There it was.